So today I'm going to be building my own warband. This is a tag that was created by Ed and Will from the Brothers Gwyn. I was tagged by Philip Chase, Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and Mike from Mike's Book Reviews. And they all did an amazing job with this tag. So I can't promise that my warband is going to be that great compared to their warbands, but I'm going to do my best and just have fun with this. Plus, a lot of the prompts in this tag are very similar to prompts in the Choose Your Own Adventure Fantasy Characters tag I did last year with some friends, but there are some differences, and I've read some other fantasies since I did that tag, so I'm excited to do this one. So prompt number 1 for the building your own warband. I feel like I have to match Philip Chase's tone there. So my leader for my warband is going to be none other than Zamira Drakasha from Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. She's a pirate captain. She's a mother. She knows how to balance autonomy with discipline with her crewmen, and she knows how to pick her battles. She is fierce. She is just an incredibly organized leader. I just thought she was amazing. I found her so fascinating in this book. So I can't give away too much because of spoilers, obviously, but if you want a good example of leadership, I definitely recommend checking out this character. This is going to be my choice, though, for leader. Number 2 is champion, and for this, I have to go with Karsa Orlong, Witness. And so Karsa comes into the series, the Malazan Book of the Fallen series, in book 4, and he comes in and out after that. A lot of people chose him for the Choose Your Own Adventure tag I did last year. And I hadn't read the book yet, but now that I have, or hadn't read The House of Chains yet, I should say, but now that I have, I definitely would choose him. He is a bit unlikable at first, but then he grows more and more complex as you read on. He is somewhat reminiscent of Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard, if you've ever read the Conan books or stories. But I just loved Karsa every time he came on the page in Malazan Book of the Fallen, especially as I read on in the series. So he would be the best champion, and you have to say Witness every time you mention Karsa. Okay, and then the next one is Councilor, and I really wanted to choose Tahol from Malazan Book of the Fallen, but you have to try to choose different series for this tag, I believe. So I am going to go instead with another brilliant and funny character, and that is going to be Tyrion Lannister from A Song of Ice and Fire. I think he would be a brilliant counselor. He's very smart. He's very strategic, I think. So he's very well read. So yes, definitely Tyrion Lannister. And then next is Magician. And for this, I am going to go ahead and go with Yennefer from the Witcher series because she is an amazing magician, I think. And I like that she's a female magician. I just think that brings something a little different than we normally see these days. Or I don't know, I guess that's becoming more normal nowadays. But I just really appreciated her. I thought she was a very unique character. Maybe not the most likable character, but I'm okay with that. I think she would be fierce in a warband. So Yennefer for my magician. And then next for swordsman, I'm also going to go with a female character here. I'm going to go with Mizaki from the Sword of Kaigen. I just loved Mizaki because not only is Mizaki a fierce fighter with much experience, but she also has a lot of heart. She has a complex identity, but she also knows what she believes in at the end of the day. And she would go into a fight, I think, with her whole heart and soul, just down to the wire. She would not give up. So she would definitely be my choice. Next is Axeman. And I know that Philip Chase chose Fitz from the Farseer trilogy, which was a great choice. But I'm going to go with Fitz's teacher, the person who taught him how to use an axe. And that is going to be Burich, or Burich, however you pronounce that. I loved Burich, and he was such a fierce person too, just had a lot of alpha energy, a lot of strength, and I think that he was Fitz's teacher for a reason, for good reason. Next is Archer, and this was a hard one for me because I realized I haven't read that many books with archers. I know that there was Tanis from the Dragons of Autumn Twilight and Legolas from Lord of the Rings, but I'm going to go with Legolas. I wanted to go with Gimli for my Axeman, but because I was so narrowed down to choices with my archer, I decided to go ahead and, of course, go with Burich for my Axeman, but Legolas will be my archer, and he's the best. He's awesome. So I don't think I can go wrong there, especially with an elf character, right? Next is animal companion. I'm going to go with the animal companion that most people are probably ignoring for good reason, but I still have to go with him. And that's Oi from the Dark Tower series, because I'm currently reading Wolves of the Kala right now as I'm filming this video. And I just adore Oi so much. Now, I don't know if Oi would be that fierce in a battle, especially compared to Storm and Night Eyes, the other animal companions that get chosen for this prompt. But I just love Oi so much that I think he would win just based on cuteness alone. The cuteness factor can be a great distractor in battle. So Oi is my choice. And then for my wild card, because the Gwyn brothers did this tag, I feel like I need to go with a Gwyn character. And so I'm going to choose my favorite character from The Shadow of the Gods. And it might surprise people because I don't think this is most people's favorite character, but I just loved Elvar. She was a very complex character in the sense that she was trying to create her own identity, trying to prove herself. She was a big believer in found family, so very fiercely loyal and had a lot of heart. So I definitely choose Elvar. I think she would be wonderful to have in my warband. So that concludes my tag. Let me know what you thought of my answers down below. Now to tag people before I forget. So I'm going to go ahead and tag Jessie, the Bookish Mom, because I know she's been loving the Bloodsworn saga so far. So Jessie, you are tagged. Alex from Tall Guy Reads, I know he also said that he really enjoyed The Shadow of the Gods and The Hunger of the Gods. So you are also tagged. And then one more person, Leslie from The Nerdy Narrative. I know you don't do a lot of tags, but I know you also have been loving everything that John Gwyn has written so far. So you are also tagged if you want to do this. So no pressure to ever do a tag if you don't want to do it, but those channels are tagged. If you want to do this tag, please consider yourself tagged. You could say I tagged you. Let me know your answers. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.